Who are Charlie and Ben?
It's true.
Not sure. I have no idea who those two are.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the
Hello.
Snowcast Sports Talk Podcast, episode 90. I do want to say
Wow.
we have never stuck with the podcast for this long. Now, we've taken breaks. I do have to give a little shout out to Matthew. I think through the year of 2023, Matthew and me have consistently, and then John joined back, and now we have Charlie and Ben who are not here. But the reason for that is actually very simple. They're both in dead last right now, and it is just so crippling and embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
They both, even though Ben won the week of week 13, they just needed some time to recover.
Right.
They're both little sissy boys, and they just need to work through whatever they're dealing with. So it's just the three of us, but more time to talk about things. I didn't prepare any questions. John didn't prepare any questions. Matthew did. So, Matt, do you want to ask us some questions, and we can kind of jump from there?
Yeah, I got two quick questions. I'm just going to start with Billy. You're a team who's high up on the Steelers. I'm just curious to hear your thoughts at this point right now, where they are in the season with Pickett. Not out for the season, but injured.
So I haven't watched enough Steelers ball now in the past couple weeks, but there's a couple things that concern me. Pickett being injured for sure, and I think we're even learning with Zach Wilson, there's worse. And now Zach Wilson is the starter again, and I think Kenny Pickett's in a similar situation where
Billy, to his own dismay.
Yeah. He doesn't even want to play.
Just as a quick correction, Mitch Trubisky, Zach Wilson's Jets.
No, I was saying though, with Zach Wilson being being benched, they're already trying to bring him back, and Zach Wilson's the consensus worst quarterback in the NFL, but even him. So Pickett getting hurt is going to affect something somewhere, but also too, what's up with the run game? Warren and Harris should be a two-headed monster, and it doesn't seem to be paying off. And then they just got their asses kicked this week by the Cardinals. So I don't know where they are. I think in the mix of AFC teams, I think the Bills could still come back and make a run at 6-6 and pass them. I even think I even think the Bengals could pass them.
I think the Bengals passed the Browns.
Yeah, but I think the Browns are better than the Steelers. I think this far in now,
Me too.
I think the Steelers are starting to look bad. So there's my answer. Yeah, they're not looking they're not looking good in my opinion. I think things could get
They'll
worse.
be third in the division.
Yeah.
No, fourth. I'm sorry.
I could with Pickett not being out for the season, I could still see them beating the Browns in.
They could.
Because it's the Browns.
The Browns have a couple games off though, don't they?
I don't know. I don't know.
They're pretty even.
I don't remember either. They have catch-up work. I think the Browns have one or two wins in front of them now,
Let's see.
and a divisional win. I think.
Yeah, I think they're pretty even.
Oh shit! AFC North. What am I doing? AFV North. Steelers and Browns are tied at 7-5, 7-5.
Wow.
6-6, 9-3. So Ravens will clearly win.
Close match though for that second seed.
Yeah, I can see
well,
this.
here, look at this. AFC.
So, if Nick Chubb was still in the Browns, I'd give it to the Browns.
Matt.
But it's just not the
He
case.
got hurt so early.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the AFC. Look, here's the AFC. Dolphins, Ravens, Chiefs, Jags.
And then
Steelers are in the 5th, and then Colts are in the 6th.
Yeah.
Browns are in the 7th.
Yeah, that's
Does that mean the Steelers beat the Browns earlier in the season?
Yes. Yep.
You must have. You're right.
No. The way I think the Browns beat the Steelers, but I think if I go back here, you can see one loss within the division, 2 losses. So I think they've lost. Yeah. But I think we watched with Ben the Browns beat the Steelers.
Well, now we watched the Browns beat the Ravens with Ben.
Yeah, the Browns have. Yeah. But either way,
I'm not positive.
We've
but
gone
then
off
my My quick question for John was, John, do you believe that Love is the next Rodgers and Favre for the Packers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
The way you phrase that question, my answer is yes. Is he the next Favre or Rodgers? Well, how many? I don't know the answer to this. How many Super Bowls did Rodgers go to?
1.
1.
Yes. Love will be in 1 Super Bowl for sure.
Well, I think there's a little bit different there. I know Rodgers was only in 1, but every single year.
I know.
He was MVP 2 years in a row. 4.
Will Love get MVP 2 years in a row?
Yeah.
Okay, let me rephrase. He'll be the worst of the 3, but he'll still be
there.
The 3rd.
He'll be there.
Yeah,
I was curious.
I don't know a lot about Favre, but he'll be number 3 of that group.
Yeah.
But for the next 50 years after Love is gone, I bet you none of the quarterbacks are as good as those three. I have always been a believer in Jordan Love, and I still like him to this day.
Checks out. Was just curious. I knew you liked him. I wasn't asking that in terms of not liking him.
Of course.
Young team.
But is he that good? Is what you're asking.
I got to see a couple more.
A different player. Yeah.
I got to see a little bit more. But he's been playing good ball. Love seeing it.
The Packers are just missing a few pieces. They get rid of their 2 joke running backs and put in someone real. They get an actual real receiver.
They have 2 number 2s. They have 2 number 2. Dobbs and the other guy are 2 number 2s.
Yeah, Watson. They're neither of them. They're like the Chiefs in receivers in a way, and their running backs are just weirdly bad for no reason. So
it's because Jones is hurt, Aaron Jones. So that
yeah. So you get a healthy Aaron Jones, get a new wide receiver. Like, let's put it like this: I don't know what wide receivers. I don't know which of the greats, like Mike Evans, for example. He'll probably resign with the Bucs if he didn't.
Yeah, but what about T. Higgins?
If T. Higgins goes to Green Bay, he will be the WR1, and that is going to be a good look for the Packers in general. They'll win the division. The Lions just still lying. So I bet you if they get a receiver, next year the Packers will be ranked above them. The Lions lose games they shouldn't for no good reason.
I have to say I'm pretty impressed with Love. I don't know if he's there yet, but the Packers are notorious for like sticking with people, so I think the logic follows. I guess, Matt, my question for you is Zappy or Jones? Who you starting and why?
Cunningham.
The problem is Cunningham might win you some games.
Yeah, that's actually true. I mean, I don't even know who to start. This team's just hard to watch. Honestly, I'd start Mac Jones over Zappy. I don't think Zappy's any better. I'd start Zappy, I guess, if we wanted to lose the rest of the season. I mean, I might start Mac if we want to lose the rest of the season. Yeah, I just have no idea with this team. It seems just hard to watch. We lost all of our best players.
Everyone's gone.
And I genuinely believe that if we went up against the Panthers, we would lose.
Yeah, I do too.
You would.
Yeah.
Me too.
I just don't even know. But if the question was who's a better quarterback, Mac Jones or Bailey Zappi, without a doubt,
it's Mac.
Mac Jones.
Yeah, Mac Jones has had success in the NFL.
Yeah.
Mac Jones has gone to the playoffs. Let's relax.
He's just broken right now.
It's Daniel Jones. It's Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
We live in parallel universes. We have mediocre to low end quarterbacks that have some potential and have been absolutely broken by poverty franchises. That is what has happened.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know if you can call New England a poverty franchise.
They've been with Mac Jones. They have been with Mac Jones. The Giants
for sure.
With Mac Jones and Daniel Jones have had very similar careers. One good playoff season and 2 or 3 horrible seasons. Very similar.
That's true.
And bad coaching, bad coaches. Belichick has put bad coaches around. And we don't need to talk more about it. John, ask what you were going to say. These teams are not worth our time.
In the Patriots, to take a step back from the quarterbacks, but look at the running backs. Ezekiel Elliott will be starting tomorrow night.
He looks pretty good.
Do you think his production for this week and probably next week and maybe the one after will be equal to if you started only Ramondre? Or do you think it will be slightly less or slightly more? Do you get what I'm asking?
Are they going to lean on the run game more?
Yeah. I know what you're asking. Yes, they're going to lean on the run game more because we lost Kendrick Bourne. So we don't really have anyone to throw it to. I also think Demario Douglas is hurt. Stevenson's hurt too. So
no, that's why I'm asking. Ezekiel is the only running back going into tomorrow night.
I don't think it's gonna be. They're gonna be running the ball a lot. But the truth is, what I was thinking about, why I wasn't really answering the question, is truth is what happened on the line. They can't create for the running back to get
holes.
They can't do anything. Like, we're not gonna be able to do anything. Like, this offense is just horrible. My logic literally made me go 3-0 in fantasy. Just pick up any defense that's playing the Patriots offense in fantasy. You will get so many points.
Matt, I already have them for week 16 and 17 in both my leagues.
You know what the funny thing is? John tried to do this. Liv's been doing the same strategy, but against the Jets. Because they, for some reason, for the Texans.
Yeah, I just picked up the Texans too, because that's the Steelers defense.
Yeah. Week 16 and 17 for the Patriots, they play against the Broncos, then the Bills, and I have the Broncos and Bills defenses on both my leagues.
Good. Yes. That is what you do.
Playoffs round 2 and championships. Yeah. Let's go.
I am all for this team drafting a quarterback, and I'm actually even down for this team continuing with Mac next year and drafting just a big piece and just building it up and then trying to get a quarterback the year after, just depending on how we want to do it. But no, it's rebuild time.
Well, also Belichick could trade back because these quarterbacks are highly coveted, and you could get a lot of draft capital, and that can be a move. John's going to bring up the Browns and the Texans. The Texans are living off that.
One, Matt, you still haven't answered my question, and two, the value of backup quarterbacks is like up more than ever because, like Billy and I have said a couple times now, every third team in the NFL has to assume their quarterback will miss 2 or 3 weeks, or else you're just denying logic. 1 in every 3 teams will not have their quarterback for 1 to 2 weeks in any given NFL season.
Yeah.
That's true.
There's currently that many injuries.
Well, I think running backs are more valuable. But Matt, answer John's question. Will the run game be more productive, or will
will Ezekiel be more productive than if it were only Stevenson?
I guess no. I don't. I mean, Stevenson's a better running back than an older Ezekiel Elliott. So no, I don't think so. But at the same time, will his production be more than it has been this season? Yeah. Even though because
of the situation.
Yeah. Why can't I think of the guy's name? There's another running back. I keep seeing his name whenever I watch the Patriots. I just can't think of it. It's not like he's anybody.
Yeah, but they do have another guy.
Yeah, of course. They're not going to have one running back. You can't. You have
it's not. Yeah, it's not like the Niners going into the NFC Championship game
with one quarterback or 2 quarterbacks and both get hurt.
Yeah. No, the Patriots suck. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, Giants suck too, but we're winning games. We're on a 2-game win streak somehow.
Yeah, Browning actually looks really good too. So in terms of the Bengals world, who would have thought?
So does Danny DeVito, actually, Tony Cutlets.
The Browning looked decent even when he came in on Joe Burrow's injury.
Yeah. So let's just go through the games here and just comments for what we want to say. Dak Prescott, I'm going to talk about it when we talk about Week 14. I am very impressed with Dak Prescott, and I want to just say this now. The run game is not what it used to be. Tony Pollard was good because Ezekiel Elliott was running the ball on 1st and 2nd down. Tony Pollard as a fullback is not as good. He hasn't been as productive this year. And I give Dak Prescott a lot of credit. And I don't know if you guys hear like this cadence where it's like, here we go, before every snap. But it's like the new Omaha, because Peyton Manning would always go, Omaha! And like all of his lovers love it. All of his haters hate it. But like, I gave the most freezing cold take on the Cowboys, and I am very impressed with them. I'm very impressed with Dak. And the defense played horrible against Seattle. I mean, Geno Smith carved their ass up, Matt.
Well, that's where I was going with my only comment. Dak's been looking good now for like 5 weeks in a row. There isn't one good reason that the Dallas defense should have let the Seahawks score 30-something points on them. That is an anomaly. That is, without question, maybe a tired defense on a short week. There's no good reason. They are number 1 in the league, and the Seahawks are like number 15 in offense. They are so mid on offense, it's insane.
So, a couple things. They both played the Thursday before on Thanksgiving, and they played Thursday this week, so both of them had a full week's rest. Isn't that interesting? But the second thing, but the second thing was, in the interviews, the Seahawks felt very confident against Deron Bland. He's the cornerback for the Cowboys. He has the most interceptions, like the most pick sixes this year, but it's because he plays really gutsy cornerback, and DK is like, I'm going to toast this guy. And what happens in the first drive? Throws it to DK, and he takes it 80 yards. So the Seahawks had a really good matchup here. And then, John, in the second half, they just stopped throwing to him.
Yeah. Well, hey, maybe then the question is Dallas's defense for the rest of the year exposed? Did everyone just learn how to beat them?
Especially with
because it was that was the bottom. That was the Sorry, Matt.
No. Sorry, I thought you were done there. If you want to keep going, feel free.
I was just gonna say the way Dallas played, they looked like one of the worst defenses in the league.
I mean, they got carved up.
Yeah, with Diggs out for the season, that's a huge hit for them.
Yeah.
Just going back to what Billy started with, and then we can go on to the next thing. I'll make it quick.
No, it's
the
okay.
Cowboys are so funny because they're a team. Them and the Lions are, I think, of the team I'm in. They're the reason I'm in first, because you guys all went Chiefs week 1 and all went Giants week 1, and I went Lions and Cowboys, and they put me in first. And then from there, I just kind of had to hold it. I think Dak Prescott's a really good quarterback. I remember a lot of your guys' takes over the offseason, and it's like,
freezing cold, Matthew. Horrible takes.
You know, like I honestly understood a lot of people saying he's not top 10, but he might be the 10th.
Well, last year he led the league in interceptions.
He had a bad year. He had one bad year. But the years before that, he was. I mean, they've won 12 games 2 years in a row. That's impressive.
Exactly. The thing I want to say about that is very impressive. The thing I want to say about it, given it all that, is these are the same old Cowboys. Eagles are gonna kick their ass next week, and they're gonna lose.
I'm looking forward to picking the Cowboys. I am looking forward to picking the Cowboys. Have won. The Cowboys have won 14 straight games in Jerry World.
I guess that is pretty.
They have scored more than 30 points in each of those games.
They're an impressive team, and Dak Prescott is a good quarterback. But this, I don't.
We'll see. We'll see. We got to
lose to the Cardinals sometimes.
Yeah, we got to go. Yeah, true. Everyone
maybe we shouldn't go through every game from last week. But
okay.
My only other hot take before we start to get rolling here is every year, and I'll say this again next year in the Pickems, I always mentally consider teams who have something to play for. The Jaguars. The Jaguars are almost toe-to-toe with the Chiefs for first in the AFC. And
no, the Dolphins and the Ravens are both in front of both of them.
But they're only by one game, right?
Dolphins, I think, yeah, either way.
Either way, all four of those teams are playing for the bye week. You bet none of them, maybe the Dolphins and Tyreek Hill, none of them are going to play any better than they have all year.
Oh, yeah.
The Bucks and the Falcons are playing for first in the NFC South. Neither Bijan or Mike Evans will have an outstanding week. There's so many of these scenarios where you think to yourself, holy shit, this team has something to play for. They're going to pop off, and they always don't. That's my hot take. Let's see if this year it does it again. There are teams with serious play. The Packers.
Huge.
The Packers finally in the playoffs. Whoever they're playing, if they're even a decent team, I pick they lose because they should win. They have to win. They won't play any harder than they ever have. It's the weirdest football phenomenon to me. I never, ever get it.
Fair. No, I'm not going to disagree.
And
it's any given Sunday, John. It's any given Sunday.
Yeah,
it depends
that's the truth. Yeah, that's the truth.
That's why we're here guessing it.
Yeah, exactly. Just a couple games I want to touch on. This game was a blast. I mean, Brock Purdy, talk about a rough first quarter and then just turning it around. And Deebo Samuel, he is a tough mother.
Deebo put the work in.
And here's my thing about Deebo. All week he talked shit. He said James Bradbury's ass. He literally said that. And then what does he do? 3 touchdown game, and they beat him 42-19.
Yeah.
Like, and no one wanted to tackle him. Yeah, it was just fun.
Who got MVP at the NFL last year?
Pat, I'm pretty sure. Was it not Pat?
Yeah, Pat. Pat Mahomes was MVP, Matthew.
All right, Pat deserved it. Who got it the year before? Rodgers?
And then Rodgers was the year before that one, too.
I have never been a fan of this award. And if they give it to Brock Purdy, it will only reinforce my non-fandom.
Brock is not. No,
he's great.
He's great.
But if he gets the goddamn MVP, I will seriously just roast the NFL because that'll be the third year in the last 4 years they picked the wrong guy. You can't give Aaron Rodgers an MVP for losing. And you can't give Brock Purdy an MVP for game managing. Like, Mac Jones or Zach Wilson could do very close to what Brock Purdy's doing right now. Deebo put so much work into that game. Brock did great. Brock didn't mess up. But you're telling me Brock is the most valuable player to have on a football team in the entire NFL? Billy, the Myles Garrett on the Browns or TJ Watt on the Steelers wins them games. The Niners are without question the best team in the league, and Brock Purdy game manages it, and he's the most valuable player in all of football.
I'll let Matthew respond. Go ahead, Matthew.
Yeah, I'm all done.
I don't have anything to say in terms of that. I actually don't disagree with that. I love Brock Purdy quite a bit.
He's great.
To do, and if he did win MVP, I'd be just kind of hyped because I like him, but I don't disagree with what you're saying. The thing I do disagree with, and I'm not a big Aaron Rodgers supporter, but if you do go back and look at those 2 years,
it was ridiculous. He deserved it.
I mean, you look at No.
Okay, sorry.
If you look at quarterbacks right now, they're getting like high 20s to like 30 touchdowns a season. Maybe even most of them are up to like just 20 touchdowns. Maybe they're in the teens. Aaron Rodgers, both those seasons threw for like 47 touchdowns and like 5 picks.
2, Matthew. 2.
Fair.
Insanity.
Yeah,
that's fair.
It was wild, but that was just the one thing I wanted to say it on.
Fair. No, it's super valid. My only counter to that would be if he did 4 or 5 more risky throws, could they have been in a Super Bowl one of those years? Did he throw it to a safe guy and got a nice touchdown, but still lost?
He is the Hail Mary king. I don't know.
I mean,
Fair.
yeah. And okay, we gotta stay on topic.
Yeah, we gotta move
we gotta
on.
stay. We gotta
know.
stay on topic. 49ers Eagles somehow turned into the MVP conversation. All I'm saying
because after that game, people are just talking about Purdy like he's the greatest quarterback.
I mean, the Eagles are a tough defense. The Chiefs couldn't beat them, and the Bills couldn't beat them.
Yeah, but not because of their defense. Those games were in the 20s.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Okay, we can jump into this week. We can talk about last week.
I don't have any other games to say other than I'm so sad the Broncos lost.
Oh yeah, CJ. But okay, so CJ Stroud,
Billy
MVP. He is carrying this team.
The Texans were not on the map. They're on the map. That's MVP to me.
The 3 MVPs, in my opinion, are him, Dak Prescott, and Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey
I can get down with that.
Christian McCaffrey is the difference maker on the 49ers. He is insane.
You give him the ball and he's getting 6 yards.
And here's the thing. One final thing about the 49ers, and then Matthew gets to go. Christian McCaffrey, I always tell us to live. He is a running back who has wide receiver tendencies, and Debo is a wide receiver with running back tendencies, and it's so dangerous because no one can quite figure out what the game plan is, and I guarantee you that is all Kyle Shanahan's secret formula is. What am I going to do with Debo? What am I going to do with C-Mac? And that's going to confuse the shit out of everyone. Go ahead, Matthew.
Yeah.
The thing I wanted to say, which I think people might want to say some things before I do, but starting off Thursday night, I'm going to go with the New England Patriots.
I like it, Matt. You're riding with your boys.
No, that was a joke. I'm going Steelers.
Really? Matthew and Mitch Trubisky? I actually took that as super serious.
If we had Stevenson, I'd say yes. Even if we had Kendrick Bourne, say yes.
If Watt's playing, it doesn't matter.
If I would do anything, but this is such an injured Patriots team.
I'll go Patriots.
Wow.
Do it, John. Do it.
I am.
You get one change, so you can think on this one. I'm going to go Steelers. We're going to be pretty quick here because it's just the 3 of us. And we get solo picks, by the way. Even if someone else picked it, I'll highlight solo picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
agree.
So
right now, John gets a solo pick here. Falcons-Bucks.
So tough.
Remember when we said last week how we have teams we hate? I absolutely hate both these teams. And for very different reasons. The Falcons, because they have a clear game strategy and they never follow it, and it makes no sense. And the Bucks, because they have insane talent everywhere, and none of them ever live up to the expectation.
Billy,
besides Mike Evans.
Billy, they're playing for first in the freaking division.
But
I bet you this score, whatever the over-under is, they're going to hit the
under. It's 6-3.
It's
6-3
going
is the score,
to be horrible. And you think to yourself, you're like,
no, the NFL needs to take a look. A playoff team from each division is starting to breed mediocrity. The NFC South, none of those teams deserve to be anywhere near the playoffs. Well, you could argue there's going to be a team that misses the playoffs from the NFC, the Packers. The Packers won't make the playoffs. That's going to be frustrating.
Or the Seahawks. Who else is in that? The Niners and the Rams.
The Rams.
Those all 3 could beat any NFC South team.
Yeah. Yes. Or
the Packers. Packers, Lions, and then Vikings. Right.
Yeah. Go ahead, John. Who
I'm gonna go Bucks. I just like rooting for him. Matthew's like, wow, I could take a big lead if I say Falcons.
I know, because this is a solo pick for the Falcons, and this is such a tough thing. I really like.
Could go either way.
Such a beast. Mike Evans is such a beast.
That's why I'm picking him.
Matthew, I traded.
This is at Atlanta though. Give me the Falcons. Let's go.
You can't change it.
I traded Puka Nacua for Mike Evans, and it was the most questionable trade I've ever done, and I couldn't be happier. Just because I like rooting for Mike Evans.
There was nothing questionable about that trade.
It's actually a pretty good trade.
Puka's been it was super fair, to be honest. There isn't much
at the time of the season, but
give
me the Lions.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
The Bears have been getting better and better as the season has gone on. They're not a great team yet. They're not even a good team yet, but they're better than they were.
I mean, yeah, they don't have to worry about their draft pick because they have the Panthers, so they have number 1 pick again. Bengals, Colts. I'm gonna take the Colts here. I really like what Indy's doing. I think they have very homegrown talent all around them, and I like that coach. Shane Steichen is a good coach. He's doing a good job for his first year.
Stanley? I want the Bengals.
This Bengals defense played very real, and sometimes it shows up and sometimes it doesn't. And I was very tempted to say Bengals all day, but I'm going Colts.
Damn, we're giving John another solo pick.
Shane Steichen. Well, there's gonna be so many because it's just the three of us. But Shane Steichen is going to get Coach of the Year.
No.
Losing your main running back and
the Texans guy deserves it.
But losing your main running back and your main cornerback, and you're gonna make the playoffs? Come on.
I don't know if they lose this game, their playoff spot might be in jeopardy. But we'll see.
That's true.
If they made the playoffs, then yes, Matthew, I would agree.
Yeah.
Matthew, I'm with you though. There is talks. He's coach of the year already.
Oh yeah. No, he's a good coach, Matt.
Yeah, give me the Browns.
Yeah,
dude,
is T-Law playing? I don't think T-Law's playing.
Not confirmed, but I don't think he's
gonna. That injury did not look good.
I'm taking Browns too.
Yeah, I think I like the Browns here, to be honest.
The thing is, Travis Etienne's a dog, and if the Browns have one of the best run defenses in the league, so if you stop him and you make the backup throw a lot, they just don't have a receiving core that scares me.
I'm gonna take the Panthers here.
Oh, you crazy bastard!
I've picked them last week. Didn't get it. Picked them.
Is Billy starting Chuba Hubbard against me in fantasy this week?
Yeah, I am.
I want Saints.
Should be.
Am I starting the Saints defense against Billy this week? Let's go Saints.
You dropped Taysom.
Yeah, I'm sticking with the Saints too.
Saints have a tough end of schedule here.
I think the Panthers division game. I think this one they could sneak. Oh, this one I think we all know, but
yeah.
Zach Wilson is back.
Yeah, thank God.
We needed it. All of us fantasy owners.
I just like that he didn't want to come back.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't. Why would you? It's like George Lucas.
Because if you play great, you might get.
And everyone hated me.
Because if you play great, you might be able to get traded, and then you might be on a good team.
We'll see.
I don't know.
That's
at this
why.
Point, it's at this point trying to tell Mac Jones to play great though, or even Zach.
Yeah.
Wilson.
What a horrible draft class. Trey Lance
Billy,
is in there.
2020. This is the COVID class, dude. I'm telling you, tough.
No, this was 2021.
Yeah, 2021
was 2020.
Yeah, Joe Burrow was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Ravens. Rams. They looked good last week. Like happy to see the Rams get a win. I think I
want the Ravens.
I think I ate shit on that. No, Ben did. I got the points there.
Yeah. Give me the Ravens.
Matthew, Vegas, Minnesota. God,
this is actually.
I would say Raiders if a certain wide receiver wasn't returning.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Who? DeAndre or Adams?
No, Jefferson.
Oh yeah, JJ. John?
I'll go Vikings too. I think Dobbs had a fluke game. I think he plays good.
I think I'm gonna go Raiders. I think I'm gonna go Raiders. Take that solo pick.
Wow,
that's actually a good pick. The truth with Dobbs and with Max Crosby, Dobbs under that much pressure, he might throw.
Yeah,
a couple.
And Crosby's super underrated this year.
So good. The thing with Dobbs is Dobbs been in the league since 2016. He's a good backup quarterback, but if he's been in the league since 2016, he has a skill set and he's got a ceiling.
Yeah.
Like the Raiders honestly are a good pick there.
I'll take the Niners. I think Seahawks will play well, but their schedule. It's what happens when you make the playoffs. You get a harder schedule.
The Niners are just clearly the best. I hate it. I was telling Billy how much I don't like them because they're just too good in every single possible category, from coach to running back to tight end to receivers to quarterback, and it's not fun. So I have to.
Yep. Matthew.
Yep, tough one, Matty.
Both teams wildly disappointing this year. You would think they'd be 1-2. You think they'd be 1-2 in the AFC, but one of them's not even in the playoffs.
The Bills and the Chiefs prove why what the Patriots did is so amazing.
The Bills.
Give me the Chiefs.
The Bills and the Chiefs prove why you can build your team around a mediocre quarterback and it can still work out.
Yeah.
John, who you taking?
Hate to say it, but you're gonna be excited, Billy. Yeah. I would like the Chiefs as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bills, man. Josh Allen is my favorite.
That's a great solo. I just Chiefs have beaten them a couple times now. I think
this is kind of crazy. Billy, if you take a bunch of solo picks this week, and because like
look at I'm 1 game behind John.
Yeah, Matt,
because
he's
you
with
could
us.
get a ton, you could really like.
I've made
You
a
going
very
first.
quiet comeback the past few weeks. I've been very quietly
you're
distancing
well,
myself from
also,
these two
but
nubs.
Billy, your comeback and my downfall. Like I've
Yeah.
been falling and you've been climbing.
Fair.
That's a tough one,
Dude.
What's hard about this one is I think the Broncos have exceeded their skill level, like their skills. I think they've done better than expected. I think the Chargers have done worse. So I really think they're actually even teams, even though on paper you're like, oh, the Broncos. But the Chargers could beat them. I'm going to go Broncos. I got to go because I just hate the coach for this.
I am too.
Yeah, I'm taking Broncos. I mean, honestly though, something I will say about the Patriots and a little bit of a positive, although the Chargers are cursed and are a weird team, holding them to 6 points is something. Without having a
Matthew, they're fourth
I mean,
in the league right now. The Patriots are fourth in the league in holding teams to a low score.
And you have to remember, too, they're an LA team coming over to New England on a rainy Sunday in December. That's a rough game.
Yeah.
That is rough. These boys, their blood is as thin as water. So, while all the New England boys have chunky noodle soup running through their veins, all right?
I'm just so happy that I got this game to pick first. There's so many hard ones. Give me Eagles.
We should really we have a minute. I mean, this is game of the year.
Billy, you might go into first, or you might find yourself in fifth because I'm going Eagles too.
I'm taking the Cowboys here, man.
I know. Look at those solos.
I just have to.
Crazy son of a bitch.
I have had to eat a soup full every Sunday. Dak comes into my apartment, sits me down in my Baba chair, puts on my bib, and says, "All right, you're about to eat Dallas Cowboy," and just pours it into my mouth, and I have to eat it. And
Billy,
I look forward to it now. I open the door. I open the door for Dak when he comes over.
If that Dallas defense couldn't stop Geno and company, there's no hope in hell they're stopping this Philly team, bro.
Here's the thing, John. You know the only defense that's more suspect than the Cowboys is the Eagles. The Eagles' defense is suspect as hell.
Billy, this game right now, ready? 45-42.
It's going to be all offense, and I just have more faith in Dak Prescott right now. I really think Dak is like, I don't know. He's got something going on, and I'm here for it. I saw a video of Dak talking to like his offensive line. He's such a leader,
we love Dak. And he lost his brother and his mom, and he's a dog, and he's taken a mid-team to like this far every year. He's a dog.
I also got to give Jerry Jones his prop, though. He's built a team, dude. That offensive line's playing great. Dak he's gone like 4 games before the Seahawks game without being sacked. Like, that's insane. And this Jerry Jones doing this shit, the owner. So I got to give him credit. So I'm excited. I'm so excited for this game. I think this is the. I really hope it's the 8 o'clock, but it looks like it might be the 4 o'clock. I don't know. Maybe they flexed.
Yeah, I think it's a 4 o'clock. Yeah.
Let's see. I gotta see this.
Oh wait, I actually think Monday night
is 2 games.
No, I think Monday night's Dolphins.
8:20.
Oh yeah.
Then.
Wait.
Yeah.
I think Monday night's Dolphins, whatever it is, and I think I think
no Giants are Monday.
Are Giants?
Yeah, Giants pack. Yeah, Giant pack Monday. Giant pack.
Titans, what is it? Dolphins?
They're
2 Monday games. I think there's.
Oh, wowzers!
Oh, yeah, 6:15. Yeah.
Are the Giants on at 6:15?
No. This game's at 6:15.
No, this game's at 8:15.
Oh, sorry, it's just blurry.
No, it's okay. Giants, Packers. If the Giants Packers, they're both on at 8:15. Huh? Well,
interesting.
So
why is this game not just a 1 o'clock? Like, why do we have to suffer through it? Like, what are they doing?
We all learned something today.
Yeah, we did.
On tangents.
I'm gonna take the Finns. The Finns and the Cowboys remind me a lot of each other. Like, they beat bad teams and lose to good teams. Yep. But the Cowboys, obviously, this is a big monkey to get off their back. But I think the Finns will win this game.
Yep, I want the Finns too. Easy.
Give me love. Give me love.
Yep. Taking my last solo pick.
Are you kidding, Billy? 1, 2, 3, 4. What is that? You may as well do 6 because then if you go even, you are the same as if you had done regular picks.
That's actually a pretty good solo pick with the Giants.
I'm telling you, this Tony
defense is still kind of good.
And this Tony DeVito kid, Tony Cutlet, Tony down the street from the stadium, Tony DeVito, Tony the Italian Stallion. Every player on the Giants does this.
Yeah, I know. I haven't seen it.
It's so freaking goofy.
Just give him the starting job next year.
Oh, so Tyrod's healthy, and Dable picked.
I saw that.
Dable told everyone Tony's playing. So Tyrod,
yeah, but
12-year
Tyrod
veteran, has
healthy.
to be pissed.
No, but he needs a week to practice and to get like in shape. I bet you he starts week 50.
I'm trying to look and see if I have any changes here.
I don't. I'm keeping in mind. I would change mine, but I almost like my 2 because, like I said, if I get one of them right, I break even. If I change one and then I get the bad luck, then I'm screwed.
Yeah, I hate my solo because my last week's rant was about the Falcons, but at the same time,
but mine was the Bucks. If you think about it, so
I'm trying to redeem myself a little bit. Like Artie Smith, he's on the list, man. Him, Brendan Staley,
gotta go.
Rivera, they're on the list. They're big doo-doo heads.
Yeah, they need a wake-up call. You know what? I'll just switch over to the Chargers just to get that 6th solo pick.
Oh.
This is gonna make or break.
Yeah,
dude,
you're
Billy,
doing it. You're doing it, Billy.
Crazy bastard.
This
you're
one.
doing it.
I was just waiting for my time to
Billy?
strike.
Yeah, dude. Matthew might be in 3rd after this. No, I'll be in. I think I'll be in 2nd no matter what after this. I think Billy jumps. No. I might be in 3rd after this. We'll see what happens. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
This episode will be infamous if I fall because I've been playing the slow, steady.
So steady, Billy.
But there's just such great matchups. What a great week of football.
This is a great week of football.
So
yep.
Pretty stoked about that. But we can close it there unless you guys have anything else that you want to touch on.
Nah, and I really gotta take off. Peace.
Yeah, no, I got nothing.
It'll be interesting. We'll have Ben and Charlie send us their picks. They get no solos, so wherever they fall, they fall. It is what it is. Yeah, I think one of the 3 of us will win, but we'll see. Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.